No. Hello, everybody. Songfather here on this rainy day, at least up here in New York. It's May 28th. I hope everybody had a safe and enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. And I guarantee you at least 50% of you keeps thinking it's Monday, and it's not. So that's a good thing. Less days to the next weekend. Not bad. So, when I talk about the weather, I have to talk about someone. I don't say his name, but today was, here was the statement that it's going to rain. It's going to start about 11 o'clock. It'll, be on and off, a little steady at times, and should finish up around 3. And then somewhere around maybe 5 o'clock, 6, it'll start up again, and then it's going to be very, very heavy and windy and hail and go through the night into the morning. But it's not a washout for the day. Okay. Oh, my God. And then he said, the rain is going to bring the temperatures down a little bit, so it will be below normal, but it'll be above normal, too. What? I get it. I know they go to school and they, the money that they get to be that ambiguous, to be that wrong most of the time. I remember this guy once in the winter, and it's almost every day during the winter. It's going to be cold today, so bring your mittens and your overcoat, and so we're gonna have clouds, but we're gonna have some sun. And then we're going to have, some rain and some snow and sleet. So, just be careful out there. I'm like, wow, the guy predicted everything except an earthquake. I mean, and then thank you. And then he goes off and they repeat it all day long. And he goes and gets his paycheck and goes home. And I'm like, doesn't anybody sit this man down? Not just him, and say, do you listen to what you say? Do you, you don't make any sense. And, it's going to have to change, or you're going to have to find employment somewhere else and start holding these people a little bit accountable. Like, I said this before, you didn't invent the weather. You don't control the weather. You report the weather, and you don't even do your own diagnostics anymore. It comes off all these Doppler radars and all these computers, and, and this is the U.S. computer, and this is this computer, and this is that computer, and I don't know. Whatever. So I was bored today, and I said, you know what? Let me do a little afternoon surprise, sing some songs, and then get ready. Don't forget, if you haven't been following him, tonight is Mr. Fred Rubino's "Get the Food Out of Here, Shut Your Mouth," and it's something to do with cooking some kind of meat today. I think I'm hoping. It's steak pizzaiola. I don't know. I have tried making that. I'm a pretty damn good cook myself. And I just cannot make steak pizzaiola like I've had it. I don't know. I'm missing something. Maybe Freddie Rubino and his wife Christine have the secret recipe tonight to help us make it. That would be nice. So, so look for Fred Rubino. Put him in your thing. 8 o'clock tonight. You will laugh your rear end off as he cooks, and as him and Christine banter back and forth while the dinner is being made, and it's just a lot of fun. So, anyway, start off with a couple of songs here. I want to do this one by Mr. Elvis Aaron to Ace Presley. Jim Reeves had a big hit with it. Dino had a big hit with it. But with it, see? She's right. I keep saying with it instead of with. Wit. I don't care. Well, maybe I do. But it's called Welcome to My World. And what a beautiful thing to say to somebody. He's saying to the girl, welcome to my world. Come on in. I built this whole world just waiting for you. Here's the key to my heart. Here's whatever you want. Just knock on the door and come right in. And, wow, beautiful song. So, so here we go. Sing along if you know the song, if you like it. It's a classic. But it's beautiful. I just love beautiful songs. Welcome to my world. And we'll welcome them into my world. What? Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Step into my heart, leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Beautiful. Welcome to my world. And as Freddie Rubino, if you know Freddie, I'm starting to think you're getting a lot of free press from me. We're going to have to work something out here. Maybe, just pack some of the stuff you make in dry ice and mail it up to me. But anyway, that's how he starts. Welcome to, get the food out of here. You really enjoy it. Like I said, I think I said it once before. He really turned me on to a new way of making meatballs. And, they say an old dog doesn't learn new tricks, but yeah. And I love them now, I always made, everybody always loved my meatballs, but they were I packed them too tight, squeezed them too tight. And but a lot of things we make the same, and we make our sauce, gravy, the same way. And, pastina, I always made with the chicken broth, and then him and Christine, showed us a different way to do that with a little half and half instead, and really good, and just a whole bunch of things. So again, anyway, make sure you check him out. 8:00 tonight. It's good, and all I know is that he did a little blurb. He did a thing. You can look him up on YouTube too. He's starting to do a thing every day. And, a rant, and today's rant was, and I agree with him, barefoot people in restaurants, and, it's a funny bit, but it's also true, and I kind of feel the same way. But, so look him up on YouTube. All his recipes are up there. You can type in Get the Food Out of Here or GTFOH on Facebook somewhere, or just go on his wall and it'll direct you where to go, and all the recipes are there. Like I said, with the meatballs, he makes a sausage and pepper thing I've never seen before in my life. Sausage cut in half, pepper, he roasts, and he cuts that in half, puts it on top, and then he wraps it in pizza dough, and they deep fry it. So your hero, when it comes out, is made already, and it's nice and crispy, and I'm like, oh my God, I never even imagined you could do something like that. Pretty dang good. So anyway, he's a nice guy, and we always tell him, Freddie, you didn't have to be so nice. We would have liked you anyway. Get it? No? How about now? You didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. If you had just looked once or twice and gone upon your quiet way. Today I said the time was right to follow you. I knew I'd find you in a day or two, and it's true. You came upon a quiet day. You simply seemed to take your place. I knew that it would be that way the minute that I saw your face. And when we've had a few more days with you, I wonder if I get to say I do. Yes, it's true. You didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. You would look me once or twice and gone upon your merry way. Today I said the time was right to follow you. I knew that I'd find you in a day or two. Yes, it's true. You didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. If you had just looked once or twice and gone upon your merry way. I knew I'd find you in a day or two. Yes, it's true. A nice little song by the Lovin' Spoonful. And another nice thing. Those are the songs that I like the best, that you say to somebody. It's a nice thing to say. You know, you just, in this song, I got the feeling that I'm going to meet her today. I just know it, you know. And you know, the following part, I don't know. It's kind of stalking a little bit, and I think that's kind of frowned upon in the dating world. I'm pretty sure. Not on Facebook, because it can't be. You know, you all know the problem I've been having, and you know, somebody is looking to you know, not hurt me, just disrupt my life and kind of alter the future, and then, you know, I hope it doesn't come to that I have to alter his future, because I really don't like to do that. But what are you going to do? Sometimes it's just about a jealous lover, you know, like Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra says. This is a very, very true song, too. I'm sure we've all said it. You know, there's an old saying out there, and it's an old Italian saying, but it applies to everybody. And a thief at home has like 5 locks on their door and locks every window and alarms and everything else. And a liar never believes a word anybody says. And somebody that's extremely over-the-top jealous might be doing it themselves. And that's why they're all over the next person. And that's what this song here is. Hey, jealous lover, you know what? Maybe you're accusing me of what you're doing. Whoa, come on. You got to be kidding me. I'm not doing anything. Sing it, baby. Hey, jealous lover, you're acting so strange. Hey, jealous lover, what is making you change? Hey, jealous lover, how wrong can you be? I'm yours ever faithful, just be faithful to me. Well, I am just as steady as that clock on the shelf. Maybe you're accusing me of what you're doing yourself, hey, jealous lover. I'm telling you true. I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you.
Hey, jealous lover, you're acting so strange. Hey, jealous lover, what is making you change? Hey, jealous lover,
I'm just as steady as that clock on the shelf. Baby, you're accusing me of what you doing yourself. Hey, jealous lover. Well, I'm telling you true. I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you. There's no one for me, jealous lover, but you. Yeah. You got it? Oh, Capito, please stop it. But yeah, I always got a big kick of that song. Unbelievable. Relationships are hard. We all know that. And, I think all of us seem to sometimes hold somebody up to a standard that we're not even holding ourselves up to. And that's not fair. And then sometimes we hold people so high that it's impossible for them to be effective, to live correctly, because one mistake, it's a long trip crashing down to the ground. So, we don't need to put people in our lives. We don't need to put them on pedestals and bow to them and adore them and everything else. Just enjoy each other. Enjoy each other's company. It's very important. Sex is very important. But that's a very, very small part of a relationship. Laughing together and walking and talking together and sharing ideas, or sitting down together to watch a TV show, or just sitting on the couch and knowing each other's there, or just knowing that he or she is in the next room doing something. There's a peace to that. And when you have peace in your heart, then you have peace in your mind. And then your actions are a lot more loving and caring and giving. And that's how we start to change things here. But if you're all tensed up at home, and then you're going to work and you're all tensed up, and you're sitting in traffic and all tensed up, it's just, how does it work? How do you calm down? Some people go to the bottle. Some people go for extracurricular activities. Some people just go into a shell. I mean, it's not good. Peace is just not war and then it ends. Peace is, like I said, in the heart, and then let it go from the heart and soul up and into your, bringing it into not your hour, normal routine, and then go see Freddie Rubino and laugh, and then come here and get entertained. And there's a lot of things you can do, but if you just go to Freddie and me for the rest of your life, you've got it made. Man, Freddie, you owe me a lot of freaking money for what I'm saying today. Holy moly. So then there was a song by Mr. Bobby Darin, and everybody thought when he sang it that it was because him and Sandra Dee broke up, and they weren't friends anymore, and he was just remembering it. And it wasn't. It was a song about what I just spoke about. It was a song about relationships, about life. And in the song he's looking back and saying, wow, once upon a time, when we first met, we used to lay under the tree and look at the stars, and now the tree is not even there anymore. And once upon a time this, and that's what life is about. Things grow, things change. You go down different paths in your life, and just follow that path that God lays out for you, and hopefully you do the best that you can. And that's all this song is about. It had nothing to do with him and Sandra Dee or anything. He loved her to death, and faithful to her to death. That's why I put it right after Hey Jealous Lover. See how smart I am? Hey, I'm not just another pretty face, you know what I mean? Come on, look at this. Wow. But, so it's just reminiscing about life and realizing at the age that he was then, he didn't live too long, unfortunately, but it's about, reaching that age and looking back and saying, oh my God, I didn't have any idea how easy it was and how happy we were. Because we're always in the rat race and trying to do this and run away. We're not taking time for ourselves. And then when we finally have time, the time is short. So, I don't mean that to depress anybody, but that's just what this song is, and that is what life is. And once upon a time, I love this song. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know if I told you, but I love it. Ah, come on. How can you not love it? Once upon a time, a girl with moonlight in her eyes put her hand in mine and said she loved me so. But that was once upon a time, very long ago. Once upon a hill, we laughed beneath the willow tree, gazing at the stars. How happy we were then. That was once upon a time. Now the tree is gone. How the breeze rustled through her hair. How we always laughed as though tomorrow wasn't there. We were young and didn't have a care. Where did it go? Once upon a time, the world was sweeter than we knew. Everything was ours. How happy we were then. But somehow, once upon a time, never comes again. Once upon a time. So yeah, you know, you get a little teary-eyed when you hear that, and you know, especially when you get to be my age. I'm going to be 78 years old, and you know, so you start thinking back, wow, man, that's amazing. Unbelievable. Once upon a time, you got to remember the times of your life. And times of your life, wait a second, I think I can do this. Mr. Paul Ankles. Right? Oh, no. Wrong song. It's the Green Day song. Remember this? How Jerry Seinfeld ended his show. Ba-boom, ba-ba-ba-boom. I love it though when he goes, I hope you had the time of your life. Well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so that's the what do they say? The perils of live TV. So I put the wrong one up. I wanted to do the one by Paul Anka. Let me see if I have it. No. Nope, something's wrong. Wait, let me try it this way. Son of a, makes me mad, makes me crazy. What are you going to do? All right, let's do this one then, to end it properly. My friend Billy Alamo, when he got married last year, I think it was, or maybe 2 years ago. And this was their wedding song. But what was great about this song was that she had no idea he was doing this. So while they're in the middle of their vows, she went first. And then the priest turns to him and say, do you have your vows? Are you ready for your vows? And he sang this song right there on the altar and blew everybody away. Very cool song. Can't take my eyes off of you. Right? You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's no one else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. And if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Well, I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, whoa, pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. Oh, you're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes over you. You feel like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes over you. Billy and Sandra. Everybody. Well, I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, whoa, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you tonight. You gotta love it. So that was Billy and Sandra's wedding song. It was very cool. And so I'll have to do the Paul Ankel's song the next time we have this. So I hope you enjoyed your little afternoon delight here. And we'll be back, I guess, another day. 2 days. I don't know if I want to do it every day. I don't want you to get tired of me. As Felix Unger once said on The Odd Couple, that his mother told him, never overstay your welcome or you'll never be welcome to stay over. Not bad. There's a site on Facebook, something like called the unofficial or the official Odd Couple, whatever it is, 1049 Park Avenue. And if you haven't joined it, join up if you really like and love The Odd Couple. And it's amazing how many people out there are members, number one, but all you have to do is put up one line from any one of your favorite shows, and then people will just start chiming in on the rest of it, and you're almost doing the whole script right there, and it's a lot of fun. Way back when, as they say, in the day, I wrote an Odd Couple trivia book, and I be honest with you, I spent a lot of time on it, and it was over 400 questions, all about the Odd Couple, some very easy, some very obscure, and so I sent it out to quite a few publishers, and I only heard back from one, and it said they were very impressed, and but they thought it was too many questions. And then they said, but it could be made into 2 books if we decided to publish it. But there's already 4 books out there, and none of them are selling. So, thank you for, however they phrased it. But and I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. I thought I came up with a pretty cool original idea. But when I was writing it, my mom, may she rest in peace, I was living home at the time. So, and when there wasn't cell phones back then and it wasn't separate lines, if you had a line in your room, your own phone line, okay, you were either a bookie or you were a spoiled little. But people would call me, 6 a.m, 2 o'clock in the morning with trivia questions, and finally I was going nuts. And then she would just, answer the phone and say, yeah, excuse me, the Odd Couple trivia store is closed, and hang up on the phone on them, But yes, I thought it was a pretty original idea, but it didn't fly, it didn't go. And then, years later, I went and wrote these books, 2 books of my thought for the day called Sunny Thoughts for Cloudy Days, and then more Sunny Thoughts for Cloudy Days. And, to my surprise, in the past month, a few people bought it. Wow, that was pretty cool. And I wrote a children's/adult book called The Butterfly and the Dinosaur, and then The Monster Down the Block. And The Butterfly and the Dinosaur deals with relationships, be it man and woman love, or be it, with your family, your friends, your cousins, little kids. And then The Monster Down the Block is kind of, I don't want to say it was all about me, but it was kind of a little bit. And the neighbor we had next door, and, God forbid you stepped on his lawn, and God forbid you looked at his lawn. I was, he's just, the type of guy, and I'm not making it up, would go out with scissors, not shears, scissors, and cut the grass, around the flower beds, and like, wow. But so that was his thing. And then you come to find out later on, that he grew up in the slums, and he never had a lawn, and blah, 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 blah. And that's why he was so particular about it. So I learned way back then, and that's what this book deals with, that you've heard it in my thought for the days many times, even I think 2 days ago. But you never know what somebody's going through. So, it's very easy to poo, but it's just as easy to, be nice. I should have said to the guy, can I help you? I'm sorry I stepped on your lawn. I won't say his last name. But, and I would say, what is the problem? I just want to get my ball. How am I supposed to get it? I don't know how to levitate yet. They didn't teach that in school, and, all of the smart-ass answers. But so that's what the Monster Down the Block was. There's a guy had a house, very scary house. He was a scary guy, and, everybody thought he was, kind of a half a monster, and kids are playing Frisbee, and it lands in the guy's backyard, and they have to go get it, and then he catches them. But so if you get a chance, find it. You can find it on Amazon, and, in the internet scroll bar, whatever the heck they call it, search bar. And it's good. It's good for adults to read. It's good for kids. High school kids loved it. And my sons and his friend back then, they were just getting ready to go to high school, leave high school and go to college. And a whole bunch of them bought it. And, it became kind of a little cult item. And he got to walk around and say, that's right. I wrote that book. Why, you son of a... So, anyway, have a good night, everybody. Don't forget Freddie Rubino. Get the food out of here at 8 o'clock. A lot of fun. You'll enjoy the hell out of it. And we'll see you in a couple of days. Tino, can you hear Tino? Shut up. Hear Tino saying goodbye? See him? Crazy. He's still doing it, by the way, in case anybody was worried or interested. I lay down a nice, beautiful napkin, paper towel kind of bottom for him to do his poops on, and he rips it up and sticks it in the big water dish until there's no more water left, and then stands by the cage and for a bird, for a little finch, and screams at me until I change it. Story of my life. Anyway, so all right, love yous all. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later. 1, 2, 3. I didn't hear you. Bam, that's right. Ciao.